Jack, I'm gonna talk to you about something I shouldn't be talking about. It's about a black hat technique for auto warming.
Do I need to take my branding down now so that sales associated with it? Disclaimer: don't do this.
Or do
What is it?
it.
Or do it. It's up to you. But we are independent and just sharing
That's right.
black hat tip that others have used.
Yeah,
So
so
we've been told.
I went down under um, last week and I learned it from the best of the best over there. There is like
Back
a
in
cool
Australia.
technique.
Yeah.
Yeah, Australia down under. Yeah. There's a cool technique for warming up inboxes without using any tool. And you're gonna get like shit ton of free
Yeah.
auto warmer email by anyone. That's amazing. So happy to share it. That's definitely a black hat. I'm not sure if I wouldn't recommend doing it. I'm actually testing it myself to see if it works. I know it works, but to see how well it works. But
Right.
yeah, happy to share it.
Okay. Let's share. Let's make sure to throw up 10 minutes
Oh
on the
yes.
clock here. And I'm just curious. Let's go into what it is, but let's make sure to end on the, I don't know, at least best practice. If you are going to try it, maybe we can share a safe way to go about it, perhaps.
Perhaps. So here's the
Maybe not.
deal. Maybe not, it's a black hat. So here's the deal. The idea of a cold outreach auto warmer is basically you have a group of people who all accept to send and receive emails. And if the tool that organize all of that decide find one of those emails is in a spam folder, then the idea is to signal this is not a spam, right? So the ESP say, okay, that's cool. This outreach is legit and this inbox is fine. And is, we can let it contact more inboxes because they're not flagging him as spam. Okay. So that's the auto warmer in a sense, how it works. And now a lot of tools are doing this. But imagine, Jack, for a second, then actually you can contact plenty of people and they all reply to you. They're happy to reply to you. And there's no back and forth. It's like you can contact lots of different people and they all reply to you. Now, in the past, one of the simple way was to get a list of all freelancers, for example, right?
Yeah.
And just send an email saying like, hey, what's your price? Or are you free for a project or whatever type of thing? Okay.
Mm.
That
Now,
works.
obviously, but
That
the
works.
bad thing is you're requesting quotes from folks who aren't going to get
Of
paid, right?
course. But, at the
Well,
end of the day, it could be a simple thing like, hey, you know, do you have like a page where I can see your pricing or some stuff like that, right? So it could be a very simple ask for those freelancers.
ooh, I would do a better one. I would
Ooh, tell me.
say I'm I'm putting together a services page of all the freelancers that offer UX design. Just want to check this is one of the services you offer, correct? And if so, I'll add you to the list. That way, if they
Could
do take
be.
the time to respond, you help them out with the,
Could be.
you know,
You're just too
the-
nice, so you're doing gray, but I'm doing black. And so and so now imagine the same approach. But the painful part of this is you have to figure out the lists. And the list is problematic. Like if you're like me, you don't like building lists. If you're like Jack, you love building lists. That's fine. But if you're like me, your problem with this solution is like I'm gonna have to find all the freelancers. Now imagine for a second, people actually reach out to you first, right? They reach out to you, and then you use a different inbox to reach out to them, and they reply. That's how you warm up your inbox. So how could you do that? Super
hold
simple.
on, hold on, hold on. Wait. You're saying they reach out to you first,
Yep.
and then you reply with a different
Inbox.
inbox.
So let's say, for example, they reach out to me I'm going to give you the tip here, right there. They reach out to me on job@quickmail.io. Now I
Okay.
use a different domain, quickmail.com, maybe my outreach domain, right? And then I reach out to you under that name. I say, So Jack is applying, right?
Hmm.
And I'm sending you an email with my outreach inbox saying like, hey, thanks for your, applying to this job. All I need to know is, a link of your LinkedIn profile.
There you go.
There you go. And then you're going to obviously reply because you applied,
Part of
right?
the job.
And that's how you do it.
Interesting.
And in QuickMail, you
Interesting.
can do that automatically because you can have one inbox listening to every reply they receive and create automatically a lead that you can automatically add to a campaign. And that
Right.
campaign uses a different email address. And so that's black hat
Mm.
technique.
So
If you,
what's step one is create the job post.
yeah, potentially. So if you want to actually be doing it as a gray instead of a black hat, you actually just do it when you really need, a job. Like you're really looking for a certain role.
Really hiring.
Yeah,
Mhm.
you're really hiring. And that's what some of the people I talked to were doing. Well, other was actually just straight out. There's a ton of, free job boards where you
Freelance,
can,
yeah.
yeah, exactly. You could just like go ahead, post your ad. It costs you absolutely nothing, and then you'll have like plenty of things of people applying.
And so you'd put logic in QuickMail basically when new message comes in,
Correct.
reply with this inbox there,
Correct.
and then that inbox gets a reply. And so to that I say, interesting. How long do you have to be doing this for you to say, all right, now it's warmed up, right? Because this is a little different than a typical
I don't think
auto
you
warmer.
stop.
Not that I'm interested.
I don't think you stop. It's like an auto warmer. You keep it running, you keep it rolling. And if you go like, I don't know, something like
What
Indeed
I'm
or
saying,
whatever,
we know not to turn it off, but I want to know, when do you think like, all right, we're ready to actually use this inbox now?
that's a good question. I don't have the answer to this one. I think historically speaking, when you're using an auto warmer, it's about like 2 weeks to a month, right? That's a sort of
Mm.
like safe stuff. But if you think about it, like we um, we hired a designer, two designers actually recently, and we had more than 900 applicants for the job, right?
Mm.
So almost 1,000. So you could say 1,000, and then it costed us like $120, I think it was like for one time, jobs or
Mm.
whatever, and then plenty of
Right.
people just apply.
Hmm.
And that's super easy. All you need to do is in the contact email, you just say like, hey, could you let us, give us a link to your portfolio or something like that? And then people will be more than happy to do that very easily. And it costs you absolutely nothing. And then you can review the links, obviously, if you're
Right.
hiring.
So it feels like a no-brainer should you find yourself in the need to A, warm up a new inbox, and
Yep.
B, hire a role. Hmm.
Yep. And if you want to
And
actually do that,
but
you
if
could
that's the
also,
case, we're out of the black hat zone, correct?
I would say gray zone. Yeah. I think you're out of the black if you're actually looking for the job. The problem for is like usually you don't search for the job the whole year, right?
That's
Unless
right.
you actually keep on hiring, which doesn't quite happen. So it strikes to me as like it's like crack. I haven't tried crack, but I'm imagining it's like crack.
So
Like
I'm
you try
told.
it, it's like holy shit, it works really great, and then you want more. But it's like yeah. So I don't know. It's
Interesting.
bad analogy, but it's just like
Let me make a prediction, Jeremy. The
no one will
job
apply
board,
anymore.
the job boards are, if this takes off more, a lot more, they'll just have a policy where you cannot contact outside of the job posting site. You'd have to fill out the contact form directly. Would
Yeah.
and then in that case, the tactic has run its course. But that's the fun
It,
thing
it,
about
it doesn't. It's still the same thing. You still receive like,
okay.
this Jack applied, and you reach out to Jack through the different email address, which is your auto warm up email or your outreach one.
Because right. That's as long as the form allows a external email to go through, which probably, why would they turn that off, right? I mean,
Yes, and if you have it, no matter what, like at the end of the day, you could have a form on your page, like saying like, hey, send an email to jobs@quickmail.io in order to receive some
Stay updated.
information or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So you could still do those sort of things anyway, regardless, and then have, just a continuous stream of people,
Could you
reaching
not
out.
do this? Could you not do this to like your inbound leads that request a PDF, a download link or something? Could
That's a
right?
great idea. You could also, automate that for genuine requests, about your business or other people trying to warm up their domain. Hey, can you
I
send me your
mean,
list of prices? Yeah, sure, here it is. And then, you send that. Like, how is that looking like? It's just like everyone just warming up their
did this
inbox.
answer
Like,
your questions? Whatever. Oh
that's
my god.
funny.
Well, there's something here. I think this is probably a safe place to end it, and I'm encouraged that this was not as it's nice to know that there is a genuine appeal to this, even if you're not in the black hat world, right? It becomes harder to do that over time, which, like you mentioned, a good point. You don't really want to turn these things off.
Yes.
So, but thank you for sharing that, and let's see how job boards turn that. I mean, that's still fine.
Well, if you want like a PDF with all the free job boards around, no, I'm kidding. I'll let you find that for yourself.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny. Well,
But
if you
at the
want
end of the
white hat
day,
outreach,
you could simply, I mean, honestly, we're out of time here, but honestly, you could simply just even pay for a job board. Like some job boards, I mean, there's an inverse relationship. Like if you're looking for CEO position versus if you're looking for low-level entry jobs, you obviously want to look for low-level entry jobs because you're gonna have like shit ton of application, and that's
that's
exactly
right.
the goal, right?
That's
But
right.
you could pay like $100 on some of the boards and then get it. Yeah, so it's like even money will actually make sense compared to paying an auto warmer, for example. So
It's very interesting.
anyway, that's just me sharing what I heard down under. So
Thanks for sharing. And if you want more, there's course.quickmail.io. That is
no black hat.
white hat. Yeah. Um, that's right. Jeremy, thank you. Good episode here. I'm not going to do the sponsor on the Black Hat show, but
You don't do black hat with
logo's
your
there.
with your sales bread, right?
Yeah, no black hat here, but very interesting conversation nonetheless.
All right. Thanks,
All
Jack.
right, you got it. Interesting. Interesting. We're still recording.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to find how to actually stop it. Like, I
Just
don't know
about
what
to
I
say,
did. I
let's
could
start
just.
that into action. Yeah.
Oh, there you go. It's just because the window was open. All right. Anyway, thanks, Jack.
Okay,
Appreciate.